In this video, we'll have a look at how branching paths work in your quizzes. In general, when you connect your quiz questions together, you can always connect the main question, but you can also connect individual answers. So from the start, I have here question number 1, and from this one, I'm gonna go to question number 2, just like this. This basically means that no matter which answer is given here, after this question, we always go to the second question. But I can also do things a bit differently though. So let me just minimize this navigator here, and now let's go into it. So for example, I can do this branching path right here. So let's say if someone gives answer number 1, I want to send them to this question. And if someone gives answer number 3, I want to send them to this question right here. And I also have this answer number 2 right here, and I can simply link it to this one as well. So after the first question, everyone goes to question number 2, and from here, depending on which answer they give, they will go to a different question. But we can also undo these branches. So if I want to remove this middle one, I can do it like this. And we can have this structure now from answer number 2 right up to this last question of my quiz. So now each answer from question number 2 will take the user to a different question. Now another interesting feature is merging paths. So let me just remove this once more. Here I can say after you answer this question, you can go to question number 5, and after you answer this question, you can also go to question number 5. So in this case, what this means is that you can have a quiz that will have branching paths that completely diverge, like this. So you can from an answer go to 2 or more separate paths, or you can also have these detours where from a brief moment some different questions are presented, and then we go back to the original branch. One thing you should be aware of is not to create any loops within your quiz, because that would lead to someone being stuck inside the quiz without reaching any end. So when you try to create a loop like this, for example, you will not be able to do it. So you will always have to go to a logical path which takes the user either to the next question or directly to the results page. Now, to give a practical example of how you might use this for a simple segmentation, let's say you have a marketing website and we have a category quiz with 4 possible outcomes. So we have beginner 1 and 2, and then advanced 1 and 2. And we have, for example, 4 different ebooks that quiz taker will be able to download after successfully completing the quiz and getting specific results. So each book would be targeted at one of these 4 categories that we've set up in our quiz. One of them is made for complete beginners who are basically starting the learning journey from zero. Then another one is for beginners who know basic notions. Then another one for advanced users who maybe know a great deal about marketing. Maybe they want to open their own business. And then the last one, the advanced 2 category, for the ones who already run their business and maybe would like to learn some tips and tricks about digital marketing. So if you have this type of targeting, your message will be much more relevant. It's important to know the audience you're talking to. So this would be a simple example, and I want to show you how to set this up. So we have these 4 categories, and in our question manager, here's what we could do. So our first question could simply allow the users to decide what kind of marketing skills they'd like to focus on, for beginners or for advanced. Here in the category, I will not choose anything at this stage. I will simply ask my visitors a question: how much do you know about digital marketing? And here they can place themselves into one of these 2 categories, beginner or advanced. So this would be the first question. And based on this, I would have one path further for all visitors who chose beginner, and then another one for all visitors who chose advanced. And now I can start using different questions for each of these branching paths, so I can more directly appeal to these demographics. And then when you add the next question, here you will have the answers that are relevant to the beginner category. So here I set 2 different answers, one for the users who don't know anything about marketing, and they will be placed into the beginner 1 category, and then for the users who know the basics, and they will be added to the beginner 2 level. And you can do the same for each path. So I've done the same for the advanced level. And this might be the end of the quiz. So we just wanted to segment our visitors and see what kind of guide to offer to each of them based on their knowledge and already existing skills. And at the end of this quiz, we will already be able to categorize everyone. So it could be a simple 2-question quiz like this one, after which we show the visitors an opt-in gate or maybe a results page where it says, okay, you can sign up here to get your personalized guide. Or of course, we can continue with additional questions along these branches and get further insights about our audience, but this is entirely up to you and to the type of quiz that you'd like to create here. And basically, this is how you can create branching paths in Thrive Quiz Builder. I really hope you found this tutorial useful, and make sure to check out our knowledge base for more tutorials of this type.